I work for State Water Resource Control Board, OWEMA, and I do projects for lots of different groups. So we're going to start with one that I did a few years ago. Maybe you've seen this web page. It's the Swamp Aquatic Invasive Species web page. We're keeping it current. So you still can go to this website and get lots of great information. And one of the things that we've done recently is put together a video on cleaning and treating water quality. The waders you're wearing when you're out doing your sampling and whatnot, they need to get treated because we're potential vectors. There's also requirements on getting your permits and the MOA, MOUs from Jim. So.
Aquatic invasive species may cause economic, environmental, and even public health harm. Aquatic invasive species can have negative impacts on.
It's all true stuff, right? This was, the intro was shot on the Owens River, where we have problems with, who do we have problems with there? The New Zealand mud snails, thanks. Yeah. Even though we had the webpage up with lots of tools for people, so they could research the invasive species and decontamination methods, I was getting lots of phone calls. Especially recently because people needed to get their permits with Jim rather than getting the scientific collecting permits. So we made this video as a tutorial and an instructional, not an endorsement of methods. Just get the information out on how to treat your gear. Dedicated field equipment and cleaning, all the way through to using chemical agents, disinfectants, okay? We have other videos of interest. This is our YouTube page for the Clean Water Team. It's youtube.com/Clean Water Team videos. And we have some favorite videos here. Dr. Carr's video is a favorite here. Life in the Gutter. We have a lot of really neat favorite videos. And then we have 43 Clean Water Team videos. And currently we're in production with 8. And I have about 28 more on my list that we're trying to produce. Top video right now is repairing waders. Okay, maybe relevant to you guys. I got a lot of requests in the past. How do I find the holes in my waders? How do I repair them? And if you're using decontamination agents, you're going to be putting a lot of stress on your waders, and you're going to start developing leaks. It just happens. Yeah, it's easier to fix them than trying to fill out purchase orders and getting replacements. I know that. But we have some other videos in here that was kind of odd to see how popular they were. We have one on how to use a fluorometer, and we use those for detecting optic brighteners in surface waters. And we have a video on how to maintain your price AA meter, and those are getting a lot of usage. Up until recently, we were getting a couple hundred hits a month. Now we're getting about 1,600 views per month. Yeah, from all over the world. It's really nice to see what's going on with our videos. Now let's go to my next page. From the YouTube page, you can access the Clean Water Team's webpage at the State Board. We have a lot of resources here geared towards citizen monitoring, but they're being used by a lot of different people, especially our compendium. We have resources here that I get comments from people all over the United States that, wow, I couldn't have done my monitoring if it wasn't for this SOP. We do have some bioassessment material, and it's chopped up. Things that you can put into a jar. Okay, that's where some of our bioassessment material went, because you can put your sample into a jar. So if it's not just about streams, grab samples. And then stream measurements, we have a bunch of riparian information there. Some of it geared for K through, I don't know, masters. Okay. And then supportive material that could be used for just about anybody. And if you're working with those promoting education, we have a lot of stuff that you can download as just handouts, informational material for a one-day teaching of aquatic life in the streams featuring our friendly BMIs. And you can use those as even coloring pages for little tiny kids. Get them, with something in front of them that resembles a mayfly. We don't have toy mayflies yet. I'm working on that though. Okay. So this can be used in concert with our videos. We want to try to archive as much information as possible online, because the clean water team's just one person right now running the program statewide, and it's not my only role. So we want to try to get as much information out. It's not a substitute for having in-person training, but it's something to help facilitate education and training. Yeah. Let's take a look at the swamp page. You've seen this quite a bit, right? Everybody's talking about the resources that you can find on the swamp page. We have it here, your tools, reports, webinars. We have webinars in the past that were recorded featuring bioassessment. We have the camera over in the corner there. So we have past conference meetings recorded, as well as PDFs before those. So all the presentations that have been given at the CABW going back for quite a few years, they're accessible through this portal. And to facilitate training, we also have these Swamp Field Methods course. Now, we have modules 1 through 6. They've been around for quite a while. Reconnaissance, water quality measurements, flow measurements, water sampling, sediment samples, sample handling and shipping, and then these common elements, health and safety, QA, representativeness, managing your things. Those were common to all the modules, and they're still kept in common with Module 7. Module 7 was released just a few weeks ago. We want to say no. And hopefully this opens up like it did earlier. Postpone. You always get some technical stuff when you do this kind of thing, huh? Let's see if it will allow us to go in this time. It's between this morning and now, some little pixies got in here and messed things up. It's multimedia instruction. We have it's paced where you can actually advance the module through what it's trying to teach you. And it's collecting the bugs, collecting the algae paraphyton, also doing the PHAB. It's not a replacement for in-person training. It's great as a refresher, it's great as a prepper, or you've gone to one of Jim's trainings, you've gone to one of my trainings, and wow, I forgot how to do something, and then you can bring this up and you can watch it being demonstrated. How are they kicking the net, the substrate, and how are they holding the net? How are they going out into the field with a densiometer? Those types of demonstrations are available. So a neat tool. One of the problems, and I was hoping to demonstrate it, let's see if we can do that. Okay. So I just clicked on Module 7. As you can see, modules 1 through 6 are showing. Module 7 disappeared. So if you're going to be toggling between these modules and you want to get back to 7 and it's not there, you're going to have to hit the backspace key there and get to the web page that you desire. We're going to try to get that edited and fixed, but things take a while. You can work around it. Okay. Another tool that I'd like to share with you is our Creek Watch. You all know people that recreate. They may not love bugs, but they like our creeks. They like riding their bikes out in the creek areas. They're hiking. Maybe they're kayaking. Okay. They have an iPhone. They can download the Creek Watch app for free and help us get just basic information. Does the creek have water in it? Is it flowing? Is there trash? Take a photograph, geosyncs everything, and it goes to a server. The data is held at Carnegie Mellon University, and it's of use to everybody. It's being used in a couple dozen countries, and it's available in, I think, 7 different languages. It was a tool that I developed with IBM so that we can answer basic questions like perenniality, seasonality issues regarding nuisance flows, things like that. And where's the trash being accumulated? Help us do some screening. Now, one of the other projects that I facilitate, in fact, right now I'm actually hosting a webinar. The regional monitoring program at San Francisco Bay, it's facilitated by Jay Davis through the San Francisco Estuary Institute. He's giving a presentation. They should be wrapping up questions right now. And we've been facilitating webinars for the last few years. You can go and view these at this webpage. Is the California Water Quality Monitoring Collaboration Network. All of these are recorded, and you can watch them online, as well as having the PDF. So you can download the actual presentation material and then watch it at your leisure, anywhere that you have an internet connection, as long as you're not doing it from a mobile device. Okay. We're not able to have the software active on Android or iPhones at present. But I was able to take all the citizen monitoring presentations and convert those to a Windows media file, put those on my YouTube. So while you're standing in line paying for your groceries, you can watch a recorded webinar featuring citizen monitoring on your smartphone. Okay. You can always help citizen monitoring and advance your knowledge of what's being done in the state of California. Yeah, we got a lot of neat tools out there for you. But one of the neat things that we were able to do with this is actually hook up a camera and put live feed of what was underneath the microscope and broadcast it out to a bunch of taxonomists. And we did that recently, and hopefully this is working. We'll see what happens here. And that web page is not up. So we're going to show you how this works and see what happens here. So folks at ABL, they put on this presentation in August. Was working earlier. Come on. What did we do last time that made it correct? Our IT guy here? We had it working earlier. Everything was working earlier. Yeah. We did that before and it just froze everything. Oh, here we go. It's working. Thank you. Edit that out, okay? Yeah. It's so hard to get you guys here. How many times do you guys see each other during the year, collectively, all the taxonomists? Once, maybe twice? So there's a lot of training needs, and how do you facilitate getting together and learning stuff? So this is a tool to kind of facilitate getting you all together and looking at the same bug at the same time and discussing the issues. What do I see? What do you look for? You know, what the hell is that thing? I've never seen that before. How are you managing your scope?
I'm Joe Kuzar, and also
Jew.
Brady Richards is here. He'll be opening out a little bit today.
So we have the slides. We preserve the slides.
We'd like you to separate out your other betas and to try to ID. Move on to the next slide here.
Okay, let's try to get to the video portion.
Basically, if you look at these guys,
It's buffering. You sound great, don't you? Yeah.
And to try to ID. Let's move on to the next slide here. Immature larvae. Basically, if you look at these guys have like much smaller developed wing pads. And even in this wing pad, you can see there's some striation in here, in this wing pad, in the developing wing. But this is still, we consider this still, I can bring, actually, let me just,
Trying to get to where it actually has the video. We had it queued up previously. Not bad picture though, huh? Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll take questions while it's doing this. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to repeat the question. Okay, is there a Creek Watch app for Android? They created a beta, and it's not available for testing anymore, so they are working on the next phase of the Android. I have no timeline. I have no idea when it's actually going to become available. The team that developed this, grad student, was at Almaden Center for IBM over here in the Bay Area. She's gone on to finish up her doctorate and advanced degrees. Gal that was the leader of the program, she's returned to university in the Bay Area. A team in Brazil liked it so much that they are now in charge of Creek Watch, and they're using it as a model to develop other citizen science tools. So I don't know when an Android version is going to become available. It's just the iPhone version. Yeah. And all the students are probably sucking up bandwidth right now. Didn't this happen to Steve Jobs when he was, doing something?
Yeah, I think you might have to skip it.
Yeah. I invite you all to check this out. It's really cool. Joe wants you to know about it as well. But we also want you to show up tomorrow to the SAFIT meeting so that you can contribute how we can use this tool. It takes great photographs, high-resolution video, and we're able to facilitate education. The drawback right now, I can save things and convert them to video. Okay. But when we put video into the presentation and then convert it to video again, we lose a lot of resolution. It just drops out. So we need to do some grooming of product, maybe upgrade some processors so that we can have a screen cam to actually record the live video feed. And then I can post-edit all the instruction that's going on in the webinar and then paste in the video that was captured off of the screen rather than trying to use what's been going on. And if you have a computer here, I don't know, maybe we have some issues with your feed here, but when you get home, please check out this new application. The next webinar with SAFIT is going to be sometime after the first of the year, and it's going to be on the midges. So that's going to be discussed tomorrow. So we have a list of things that we'd like to see product developed, because this is not just a one-time training. This is going to be online for use again and again and again until it becomes dated and we can take it off the internet and replace it with proper content for that time period. Okay. So thank you, Jim.